What's that word? Let people know we got on 16 solid visuals.
There was Blockstar. Y'all know what's going on.
For sure. First thing I want to ask you is about your name. Like, is it a rap name, something like that?
It's my other name. My original other name was Tiny Slapping That, but since I'm older now, I don't want to be under nobody. I don't really like calling people my big bro.
Yeah.
I'm not into being under people. So I just went with my own thing, Blockstar.
So, like, I feel like a lot of people that interview, you only did one interview so far, right?
I did one, and then I guess they so-called the one while I was in law. I was trying to call that an interview. That's not that interview.
How do you feel about the ones you did so far?
The one I did with Adam 22, I feel like my message, like what I tried to say, came off the wrong way. I rubbed the media the wrong way. I didn't know the media was so sensitive. I'm new to this, so I don't know how to talk to the media and get the reaction I want yet. So I'm trying to figure it all out.
So, like, I feel like a lot of people who would have did the interview probably just only want to talk about, like, what you got arrested for type shit, which we're going to get to that. But, like, my goal of this interview is to get, like, the overall perspective of who you are. So I want to start with, like, your upbringing and ask, like, where you grew up at type shit. Like, what was the situation? Did you have both of your parents, anything like that?
I originally grew up in Compton. I had my mom for the most part. My mom has played the biggest part of my life. My dad, he was in and out of my life, jail and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was a cool support. It was just like it wasn't a mutual agreement. It was like dysfunctional, and this stuff had to do with like in the hood and shit, and being in the ghetto, dealing with like stuff like that at school, getting bullied and stuff. So the little and stuff like that, all in the hood as a kid, growing up, all of that, it just, I don't know, gave me a different, just made me a little different.
So, like, what would you say, like, as a kid, like, what type of things do you remember you used to be into, like, before, like, the street shit? Like, what was things you used to like to do?
Before the street shit, I always really been on, well, I used to play games, skateboard. It always been females. Females been the main thing. Females and money, females. And stuff like that. I really wasn't into that much before the game banging. I was more of a square, more of a nerd type. Cause I always used to get like picked on, so nobody really fucked.
So, like, what would I say? Like, once you did start getting street, like, did you still continue to do those other things, like, that you mentioned, like playing the game, shit like that?
When I first started game banging, I was still playing games, not skateboarding and stuff. But like I said, money and females, that's always the thing. That's always the movement. But like the games that ended up over the years, I just stopped touching games. So don't entertain me no more.
So what would you say led you into the street lifestyle?
What led me into the street lifestyle was more basically what everybody would let everybody into it, a family. Like, I had a family, but it was like a little dysfunctional. So seeing the support that came from just them just being over there, making sure I'm straight just every time I walk outside, like them checking up on me, like asking me if I need anything, and just make sure I was protected. It just gave me a comfort that it happened at the house. I was always like, I just had to worry about being like, not scared, but always worried about like, if I did something wrong. Because it's just out of nowhere. It'd be mom coming downstairs screaming at me with Bill, dad walking into the house, and I'd be like, what the fuck I do? And I didn't even do shit. So, yeah.
So, when you first, like, hopped in this shit, were you aware, like, everything that came with it? Did you know, like,
Nah.
the negative? Yeah.
Nah, when I first hopped in this, it was all just for the image. Females, like I said, females, money. But then as I say 2 months, 3 months into me game banging, going to jail, that's when all my enemies, like I see like, oh shit, like I got enemies, like these niggas on that. So it's like now I'm like, fuck, like they just threw me the Shark Tank and we just gotta adapt. And I just adapted.
So then you say like your first 2-3 months off the porch, like, you know, and that shit, you got locked up already. How was that? Like, what was your thoughts?
I didn't know about the juvenile law. At times it's my first time ever jail. Like, so I'm thinking I'm going in there. I'm like, I'm not coming home, bro. Like, it's over for me. Like already, like I'm young and it's over for me. So I don't know. I just went up in there like, it is what it is. See my enemies, see what they was on. I'm like, this is what I got to deal with the rest of my life. And I just went with the flow with everything.
So what was the first time you been in jail? Like, what was you arrested for?
The first time I went to jail, I was arrested for attempt, assault. It was like assaults, burglaries, and like robberies. I had a couple charges. Last I beaten the attempt. They ended up dropping it. Give me a DA reject.
So you beat the attempt, but like the assault and the robbery and burglaries?
I had I sat in there for like 9 months to a year. And they released me on house arrest. I did like 60 days on house arrest.
And after that, you know, after that, you had other cases like before the situation with Pop Smoke too?
Yeah, I had a lot of cases. Like my rap sheet, I got 25 misdemeanors, like 4 felonies, got a strike. What's my I did a whole bunch of shit.
Strike, that's like a stolen car. Or
Nah, a strike is, you don't know what a strike
like
is?
3 strikes type shit.
3 strikes, you out. Like 3 strikes, they know nothing. Don't care what it is, you out of here.
So out here, if you get 3 felonies, you go to jail forever?
It's still possible. Way some people I know a couple people that's out, but it's hard. It's
like no matter what the felony is, like even if it ain't nothing violent type shit.
Or not. It's just if you get it, you get it. Cause once you get 1 strike, all the others, everything you get charged for comes with a strike now, because you already have 1 strike. So like if I commit another crime, they're most likely giving me another strike. They probably toss me 2 strikes to bang me out, and just be like, he's over with, done with him.
So you know, once you saying like all this shit that came with it, and the situations you had to go through and fight, like did you start to regret getting into the street shit?
The word in regret, like I can't say that I regret it. Like I think about it like, damn, like if I never did this, where would I be at? What would I have going on? But it's like if I never did that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have all this street knowledge. I wouldn't been through the shit I've been through. I wouldn't be as like this man I am today. Like I could sit here and say I'm bad. Like I believe everything I do, like, is what a man should be doing.